accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Up the middle they go. Goodson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Duggan looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to him. Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Ready.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Cowboys at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
Let's go.
Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I'm totally with you, and to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies, but it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker, give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Ready.
On the option, running left is Lance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
That open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw is Duggan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fielded at the 33. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Duggan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now a play fake. Lance. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
First down, here's Mitchell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Lance on the option right. 20! But he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Lance. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's Duggan to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Goodson. And he will have a Giants 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
I'll pick up with 2 yards. And the Giants 1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. These 2 teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. They run the counter. Goodson. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Duggan now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Probably what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Ready.
On play action, Lance. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the counter, Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Black shot. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 45. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
It's caught. Tolbert. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And his kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get involved in the end zone.
That's good for 21 yards on a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Doug going to look to throw this. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the hole, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On third down, Dugan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give him credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Past the 20. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 102 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On the ground with Vaughn. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Ready?
Lance now on 3rd and goal. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Lance going to try to throw for this. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On second down, Goodson. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Tyler Goodson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this ball game here, the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 21.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Mitchell now off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And now they'll throw with Lance. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receiver a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working from the gun, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Here we go on 4th down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
43 rail. Ready.
They run over center with Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
This 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Off the play fake. Dugan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. Micah Parsons coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line. You know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Ready.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd down.
Switch. Yellow. Black swap.
Throwing now is Lance. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready
A
up.
field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Hut, hut.
Here's Lance. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he
couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Right.
4th down, 10 yards to go. And they'll go for it. Lance.
Flush to his right.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
There he goes, left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Down. Ready?
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try.
Ready?
2nd down, goal to go.
Strikers, 3-3. Set, hunt.
Mitchell is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.